because I like having time to actually walk around before I have to head out. Because I like having time
That's right, I
to
forgot
actually
he
walk
opened up
around
the stream.
before I have to head out.
Oh, it's...
Yeah, it's... We're getting residual audio, boys.
Before I have to head out. Oh,
I can hear this the groundbreaking Superman64 soundtrack.
It is live now.
Ah.
Yes, but when I turn it on, I can hear myself talking.
Yes, because you're part of the live stream.
Oh,
That's
no.
fine. I'm okay with being a part of the live stream, but... Man, I turned it off because I didn't want to hear myself.
Oh, you're good, dude.
There's... I don't know what the full theory is. I heard something that, like, when you talk, the way that, like, the noise is heard in your own head, there's, like, additional resonance added to it, so, like, the way you sound to yourself sounds really cool by comparison. So when you hear the bare audio, you're like, oh, I sound like a putz.
Should I do this in Spanish or English?
Spanglish.
English. We said the same thing.
Partida nueva.
Just speak in English, and whenever you get mad, get a sandal and slam it on the table and yell obscenities in Spanish.
Hola, mi Pokelockers. Ahorita vamos a jugar un pinche.
Do I need to get my chancla?
Tráeme. Oh God.
It's like, eres un fucker!
Eres un motherfucker! I failed already. God damn it. I don't think I can last this long in this game.
Try Spanglish Japanese combo.
Konnichiwa! Domo gato arigato! Mr. Roboto!
Eto. Why are you saying in Japanese? Never mind. Yeah. That's a laugh, the way it's written in Spanish.
Even the way he walks. Fuck. How do I do the heat vision?
Oh, wait till you see the stupid way he turns in the sky.
Oh, I know. I bought this game when I was a kid.
Oh God, you had to deal with, and that was a bigger deal back then. You only had so much money as a kid, so if you wasted it, you had to like it too. You had to like the game you got.
Oh, you know what I like to do in this? Please leave me alone, my friend. Speed walk.
It sounds like trash can lids being shoved on you.
Yes! He shot me and I dropped the car.
I'm still really impressed that for Kingdom Hearts 2 they made Tron versions of every Keyblade. Just looking at the ad stream right now.
Well, I don't know if it's Tron versions of every Keyblade, but like...
Yes! Like, look
it's
at
it's a
Halloween Town
recoloring.
one. But that's what I mean, is even doing that, like, that's... Most games wouldn't even bother.
Okay, I think I'm good with practice.
Because, like, Timeless River, whatever, you just make it black and white, but they had to actually go in and program, like, neon shade for these parts.
Just so you know, guys,
Perhaps.
I don't have a memory card, so if I lose, I think you restart from the beginning, no, if you lose?
I mean, if it's... Oh, right, it's not emulated. Yeah, save states are the only thing that make that game bearable. And that's a loose definition of the word bearable.
Wait, if it's the N64... you should be able to save without a memory... Oh, you don't have a memory slot. Oh, so you... I see. I see what you mean. Oh, man, that sucks. How do you not have that?
I just never... I was like... I got the hand-me-downs. So,
What's weird is, like...
4 years old, and I think PS2 was out by that time, but when they gave me this, so...
Yeah, PS2 was 2000.
Yeah, well, I got this, like... Yeah, I got this when the PS2 came. Pretty much it was the GameCube era.
All I can say is, like, the PS1 didn't originally have analog sticks, but by the time I was conscious, like, and actively having memories, it would have been 3 or 4. By that time, pretty much every controller had analog sticks. So I can't quite describe the first time I got to play my uncle's N64, because we never had one. I only had PlayStation stuff. So the first time I picked up an N64 controller, I was like, what is this? Why do I have to reach down for an analog stick? What's this weird leg jutting out of it?
Come on. I already lost. Like the first level.
That system still has some of the best wrestling games ever made on it.
The 64?
Yep.
I don't know. Well, it is really good. I do have them.
Yeah.
WCW
versus NWO Revenge is amazing.
No, I missed
It's the only games you can buy at frickin' game stores.
That are, like, overly priced.
I feel like I'd usually see Banjo copies, but Yeah.
Ooh, anti-form in Tron World.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Jesus. Fuck. I think I got it, guys. No.
I come from a land down under.
I lost.
Look at me with a brand new Hyundai.
Look where I was, guys. If you're not watching the stream.
Yeah, I'm watching Thad still, because Kingdom Hearts 2 memories. Just...
I was at the last fucking thing.
You know.
¡Hola, bastardo!
Hola, puto bastardo, no sé qué voy a hacer. Ah!
You know, we would have one hell of a podcast.
I love that.
Decker especially. You just know so much.
I think with Decker
about old school games, like more than I could ever imagine. Even I have a smallish collection, but like
it's never enough. It's never enough. If you ever wanted to do that and someone else could like record the audio, I'd be way up for that.
I got it.
That sounds fun. Like
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, if we wanted to put a docket together and do that, I'd be way up for it.
Plebs podcast, stream it on Ivy Snore's Twitch.
Yeah.
When do we do the famous actress?
Yeah, the only thing is like it's like when we get a news docket together or be like that new Flash movie, what's up with that? I'm not watching it. And then everyone would go, "What's the yummy toes sound effect?" I feel uncomfortable. I won't watch this podcast.
Honestly, I low key like the Flash movie, and it's only because of the story.
I'm just laughing because like they had Zack Snyder make so many DC movies, but Flashpoint, the one story he could have adapted perfectly, they did not have him make. But I also like the description I've heard where it's just all the characters they brought back from other movies, but I've heard it described as a parade of corpses. It's like, there's Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, they did bring him.
Oh
I'm glad you like it, though.
I was thoroughly surprised about.
Does the Flash put a baby in a toaster, or is that just a name?
That happens.
I don't know if this is a Morbin time situation. Also, that movie would totally succeed if they re-released it a third time.
But that's out of context. He didn't just put the baby. He didn't put a baby in a toaster just because.
Okay, but the clip out of context is like what?
So he's running up a building, or a building is falling down. Okay, it's a hospital. Maternity or NICU ward on one of the highest floors starts breaking, and floor crumbles. Doctor and like 12 babies fly out the window.
Oh.
So the Flash is running up the side of the building.
It's like when Quicksilver saves everyone, but it's like I gotta put the babies different places so they won't horribly fall.
Yeah, so he put him in the microwave to get it out of the way of something else specifically, but without it like hitting something else. It's kind of weird out of context, of course. But
I heard the voice of Superman played by Tim Daly of Wings fame. Except more people know him for being Superman. Actually, so Abram, did you ever see Justice League on like TV?
Like the cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the original.
Yeah, the guy who plays Superman in that, he does a great job, but his name's George Newbern. He plays friggin' Sephiroth, like up until they recast everyone for the FF7 remake, but for the longest time he was also Sephiroth. So it's like he's playing the most wholesome American character ever, and the devil. He's so good.
What Superman voice did he play? Like, was that just Justice League, or was it
Justice League Unlimited?
What about the original?
He voiced him in Superman vs. the Elite.
Interesting.
But it was kind of like whenever they didn't have Tim Daly come back, they got him.
Jesus.
And that's why.
I'm stuck.
And yeah, that's why when they did Injustice, he also plays him in Injustice, so it's that guy. But that's why whenever they did Evil Superman for Injustice, I usually don't like that, but I'm like, he's gonna do great, because he plays evil really well.
And Superman really well.
Yep. I'm not gonna lie, I know it's kind of ridiculous to have two evil Supermen in one season pass, but I'm really looking forward to playing Omni-Man versus Homelander in Mortal Kombat.
You know, realistically speaking, Homelander is like a big fish in a little pond. Like
yeah, I watched the Death Battle too.
What?
I watched the Death Battle too, but yeah, exactly. Omni-Man is like ridiculously physically tough, and Homelander's just tougher than anyone there.
Oh my god. There's another fucking...
I don't know what you mean by Death Battle.
Oh, sorry. They had it's the friggin' Deadliest Warrior with fictional characters thing on YouTube.
Oh, well, I didn't watch that.
Never mind then. But yeah, never mind. So no, you're just smart then, because that's like the point they made, where it's like Omni-Man like conquers planets for a living in like days, whereas Homelander's like, I'm Trump with powers at this point.
I make my own supervillains.
Yeah.
It's Homelander is a cringe character, but like on purpose.
He's well done though. Like it's not just edgy, and it's a real fine line. In the comics, he was just edgy.
Yeah.
God, the twist at the end of the Boys comic is one of the worst things I've heard.
Yes!
You mean when Black Noir is
it was him the whole time. Homelander never did any of the bad things you saw. It was him.
I never got this far in this game before.
Oh, well, I didn't know that, but I'm not actually gonna read the comics either.
It doesn't.
So.
I don't. Everything I hear about Garth Ennis stories just sounds miserable. The only thing I've considered reading because I've heard good things is apparently he had a really good Punisher run.
Man, I beat this guy up like it was nothing. Long hair, hippie ass program.
See you later, Sark.
Hey, see you later, Stinky.
Oh, another DC alumni. So he doesn't play him in this. They just have Corey Burton doing an impression. But the guy who played Sark in the original Tron movie is the guy who voiced Ra's al Ghul and all the old animated stuff. Like that British, like, detective guy. Like,
welcome, detective.
Yeah, he was that guy. So he sounded awesome. He's like, listen, BitBrain.
You know, honestly, every time I hear Ra's al Ghul say detective, it just pisses me off unfathomably.
There's just something about it. You're just like, fuck off. You're evil.
Like, you're such a...
you smarmy bitch.
You literal zombie cunt. Like...
Imagine if Batman responded to him that way every single time. It's like, hello, detective. You smug cunt. Every time. Man,
like,
the original Tron is kind of wild to watch for its visuals, but man, that movie moves slow. That's like a movie that if I'm gonna watch it, it has to be with my dad. Because it's like Star Trek 1, where it's just the pacing of it's like, this looks really cool. God, but something happened.
It doesn't restart you from the very beginning, guys.
Like,
wait, what?
Honestly, Vandal Savage is a much better
See, the only time I've thought Vandal Savage was nearly as interesting is the Justice League episode where Superman finds him and he's been alive so long that he's just turned everything around and he helps him get back to the timeline.
Oh yeah, when Toyman kills
Yeah, when he gets annihilated, blasted, and they all think he's gone. But nah, I like Ra's al Ghul. But yeah, you either like him because he's a cool, like, globetrotting criminal. He's like Batman's Moriarty. But you can also be like, why are you so petty for like a 200 or whatever year old man?
Come on.
Oh, well, it didn't tell me that I needed Tron for this.
Yeah.
At least you got a panel. But yeah, that sucks. Yeah, if we ever did a podcast, I just need to know what the topic is. Where it's like, we just talking about news for the week? Or, oh, God.
Stark just went and blew my asshole out. I've gotten 3 Orichalcum Plus today, and it was from finishing Atlantica.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
What's the last song? Is it the Ursula song, the last one?
No, they do like a farewell kind of.
Right. That's one of the ones they made that sucks, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's not even the music that sucks or the singing, it's the words. Like, They go way out of their way to send a message instead of like actually singing a good song.
Yeah, yeah.
That is for me.
Where's the bird at?
Don't
I
ask
don't know,
me, bro.
probably on his porch or something. I don't know.
With his pussycat.
Okay, 2 cosmic arts is too strong.
I don't have 2 cosmic arts.
I thought I saw 2. Am
Yeah, well, you didn't.
I going mad?
Cosmic ring and cosmic arts.
Oh, okay. I saw cosmic twice and was like, that's the same thing.
You guys play this game, right?
I played it maybe once when I was a kid at a demo at a store.
I've been praying for a good Superman game my entire life, and I've resigned myself to the fact that he'll just be a cool character in a fighting game, and that's about the limit. Because they can never figure out, like, do you give him health? Do you give the city health? How do you manage, like, his power level? Like, is he always fighting strong enemies? What's he doing?
They need to make a good Superman Metroidvania game.
Yeah, with, like, the freeze breath and heat vision, you could make that work easy. X-ray vision, that'd be cool for puzzles.
Basically, it's Superman loses all his powers at the beginning, and he has to get them back, right, by being Clark Kent?
You could make a Superboy game at that point with his, like, telekinesis or whatever. But no one would buy a Superboy game, unless it was really good.
What if they made,
where he becomes Superboy Prime at the end?
You punch reality at the end.
Oh, yeah.
They should do like a Saw version.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
That's my purse!
I don't know you!
Oh! I don't know you! Oh!
Oh!
Bruh, this giant carrot.
I saw an interview with Mike Judge where he was talking about where he got the Boomhauer voice, and he's like, it's a guy who called in, and he was mad about some joke I made, like about a butthole or something. So this guy just called me up, he's like, oh, you okay, don't make no joke about them butthole. He's like, and that the voice was born that day, because I loved it so much. I like the episode where they make a bluegrass band, and it's like, wait, Boomhauer can sing?
Really well.
You need Tron! You may not have guessed because they didn't tell you. Again.
Pocket sand.
Ah! What the? Give it!
I can't beat this level.
There's no time to waste.
Didn't you hear him? There's no time to waste.
Córrele, sale a tus amigos.
What's funny is the kryptonite fog thing sucks in that because it's like their excuse for why you can't see more than 5 feet in front of you. But the same excuse worked great in the PS1 Spider-Man game, where Carnage and Doc Ock just flood the city floor with gas, so you can't go in the streets. You have to stay in the buildings.
Yeah, but where's... I guess Superman can fly. I was gonna say, where's the Spider-Man because it's a swing.
Right, yeah. Because that game, if you fall down, you just die.
Is that the one on the 64?
PS1. Yeah, it was on N64. I never played that version, but it looked pretty similar. It just didn't have the cutscenes.
Oh, that was pretty fun.
It was on Dreamcast too, but that one plays weird. Just because I'm used to 4 shoulder buttons, because I think it was made for PlayStation.
What should be the next game I should get for the 64?
I mean, it wouldn't be much of a game to stream, but yeah, those wrestling ones are good. The only thing is, you are right in that I know a pretty good amount about most things with games, but I've got huge blind spots, mostly like classic Nintendo stuff. Like, I've never beaten any of the Mario games. I've played plenty of them, never beaten one. And Zelda is just like a huge blind spot.
Yeah, I started with Majora's Mask, and I played that on a DS.
That's a weird one to start. It's
my
yeah, if you were gonna play Majora's Mask, you would have needed to play Ocarina of Time first for context.
Yeah, but still my all-time favorite Zelda game.
Because yeah, I remember seeing my uncle play it, and I'm like, he's a weird tree kid, and holy shit, the moon's scary.
It was so good.
Yeah, but it's like with Zelda. I've described this before, but I'm still not great at it. The two things I was worst at as a kid were puzzles and finding my way around. So yeah, Zelda a bit tough to play.
That's the one game I need to find on the 64 is Majora's.
So did like a relative have it as a kid? You said?
No, I played the DS version of it.
Oh, okay. Those DS remakes were really good. I didn't play much of it, but I played the only bit of Ocarina I've played is I played the opening area on DS. I'm like, this is really solid.
You know what? The first game I actually played for Zelda was Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link.
That one's cool. Like my dad always liked that one, but it's friggin' hard.
Yeah.
Like
Which
I'd see him, Zelda 2, where it's the side-scrolling, like not beat 'em up.
Oh,
but, like,
is that Return of Link?
Yes.
Adventures of Link.
Or Adventures of Link?
That's actually the first Zelda game, and then Majora's Mask. Actually, no. Link's crossbow training. and then Majora's Mask.
That's like, that's not the peak of it though, because it's like people joke about Zelda crossbow training. Hold on, I need to see what it was called. There's a friggin' Dragon Quest sword game on the Wii. That's the most obscure thing. Where is it? Oh, it's just called Dragon Quest Swords. I forgot. I remember seeing it in Nintendo Power. It's like, you swing your sword at the screen. Isn't this technology amazing? It's like they made one Soul Calibur action game on the Wii, and it was okay, but I'm like, just make Soul Calibur Warriors, it'd be so good.
To shoot my freaking breath.
Hold on. superman64, Cold Breath.
That's what I'm using. It didn't let me do it. What the fuck?
Man, it says you need to catch your breath, homie.
All right, we're playing a
This
different
is
game.
when this is right before Tron.
C button up, freezing breath.
It didn't do it.
I guess you don't have it.
To do it.
I guess you don't have it.
Here's Tron about to go kill himself. This one always confused me as a kid because I'm like, whoa, what?
Well, he can't kill himself because you kill him in 3 Dream Drop Distance. It's still weird that, I don't know if you've ever seen them, Kingdom Hearts did way more with the plot that Rensselaer's Tron in Legacy than the movie did. The movie, it's like, oh, it's sad, I guess. But the game has you like actively like, you're my friend!
Alright, I'm playing Conkers.
Good choice.
Conker's bad for day.
I am the great mighty Pooh, and I am going to throw my shit at you.
Who's a pie of tish for my chocolate starfish? How about some scat, you little twat? Iconic song.
Can you imagine Nintendo? Maybe they haven't. I don't know about it. Can you imagine Nintendo like putting something out like that today, where it's like, this is on our main console? The same people who made this made Banjo.
It's like Apple releasing a Pornhub app to their app store, which they won't do.
No.
You got Twitter. That's about it.
I do think Nintendo right now they'll release it for Nintendo. I see it right now. I mean, they got GTA 5 coming in there.
Yeah.
So
Nintendo's one of the most curious things to me in the modern industry because they are everything great and bad about old games. Like they're always the last to move on like online updates and stuff. It's one of the last things where, for the most part, they have updates, but you can put in a game when you buy it and it's going to be done. As long as they make it.
For the most part.
Yeah. But it's like the last vestige of that.
Man, I'm reminiscent of the days where game updates weren't a thing.
There's a time where I obviously got over it, but I think I had a lot of frustrations with it was like with my Xbox account or something like that. And in response, I got it working, but I was so pissed that instead of playing my Xbox, I booted my PS2 back up because I'm like, hey, memory card, put disc in tray and play.
Yeah,
that's nice. Although it's a double-edged sword because they definitely used to have less bugs, but it was also a case where it's like, well, this game is bugged and it will never be fixed.
Which is
Yeah.
fine.
This stays
They did
forever.
fix some bugs when with more recent releases.
Maybe if it got a greatest hits version, there was a chance of that, but that was about it.
Like Ocarina of Time released a couple of versions and no one noticed.
Oh yeah, they had to take out the Islamic music in the one stage.
Jesus, the TV can't handle the audio.
There's the Final Fantasy cool guys looking at the sky.
Where's the pointy bits? Yeah, see, now you get that reference.
Yeah, where's Barrett? Where's Barrett in Kingdom Hearts? I want a man with a machine gun arm to show up.
Who knows? Maybe Pete turned him into a Heartless, and that was
Sid-
guard armor in Kingdom Hearts 1.
I like the character, but Sid's kind of an abusive piece of shit. If you ever played 7, like his dream is to go to space, and he has like an assistant named Shara, and the launch starts to screw up, and she's like, "No, I can fix it," and he has to cancel the launch to save her. So he's at least a good enough person to give it up to like save a life, but he just berates her for it. It's like, "Oh, my dream died because of you." So it's weird to see him in this game, where it's like, "Oh yeah, Sid, that good old engineer." I'm like, Sid says like shit and fuck constantly in FF7. They just kind of blur it out with symbols. Like you'll see S followed by an and symbol, a percent mark, and a dollar sign.
Seem to know which creek you're in.
What a Chad.
Corn is the only thing that makes it through my rear. How do you think I keep this lovely grin?
Yeah,
Umberto is online and was watching. I think he was.
he's playing Armored Core again because it's a good game. Yeah, I just posted it in general chat where there's a thing where Sid, I'm amazed he made it into anything with Disney in it, because one of his lines in FF7, like I said, they censored the curses, but he clearly says, "Shit, good for nothing, fat fucker." Just picturing. Man, what if he talked the way he talks? He also smokes constantly, but they always just replace it where it's like, "Oh, he's chewing on a twig, don't you know?"
Or Sanji eating a
Yeah, like
lollipop.
Sanji with his lollipop, yeah. My favorite is still the one where a guy, it's like the Japanese version, he's pointing a rifle at a kid's head. Cut to the 4Kids version, it's this weird elaborate squirt gun.
Or like the double barrel dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! He was a revolver, and he's like some laser beam.
My favorite is the guards pointing at Kaiba. I love it. They're pointing guns at him in the Japanese version, but the English version is like, "You need to come with us," and you're just pointing at him dramatically. It's like they're making finger guns at him.
Man.
And then, which you miss out on one of the best things, because like the Japanese version, I only figured this out years later. Kaiba throws a card at them like Gambit from X-Men, and he plugs the gun barrel with the card. It's like, dude, I think when they fire, it's gonna go through the plastic.
And it did not.
It did not. But Abram, did you ever see Hellsing? Like the anime Hellsing?
I saw the 4K, or not the 4K, the
Oh right, Team 4-Star.
Team 4.
Because yeah, the Dandy Man's really cool. Because there's nothing special about the cards. He just cuts you really hard with them.
They did a really good dub.
They did actually, and Antfish is great. He's the guy they had voice him, and he always does good. And actually, he plays Barrett too, so this all loops back around.
There might be a possibility they're making season 4 of Dragon Ball.
I don't know how, but sure. That's like, I get they had their reasons and they can do what they want because it's their thing, but I was really disappointed that they just gave up on EBZ stuff, because like, I know there was the whole thing where it's like, well, we didn't know what actual jokes to make because the movie kind of sucks. And I'm like, yeah, but you built up to that joke for years, and that's the one that you cancel out on? Yeah, the Bojack one.
I know they didn't like the Boo Saga, and that's why they want to do it, which is kind of bullshit.
Yeah, like, but you have the most to make fun of with that.
Yeah,
Because like
honestly.
you have joke after joke of Gohan being like, so I'm the main character now, right? that's funny. Yeah, no, Goku got like 50 times as strong as you off screen. They even made that joke at the end of the Cell thing where it's like, I think I'm in for a good life. You peaked. What? You peaked. I was talking with Humberto the other day where I remember getting mad at people when the second Broly movie came out on like DVDs over here. And it's like, man, Broly
Bio
beat
Broly?
Gohan when he was
Oh, no,
super.
that one, no.
No. The second one where he comes
Yeah.
back but he's not Bio yet. But people are like, oh man, can't believe he beat Gohan when he was Super Saiyan 2. And back then I'm like, I don't see any lightning, man. I don't think he was.
I don't see the bang.
That's kind of the only way you can tell he's Super
No,
Saiyan
no,
2,
no,
because
no,
when
no.
he's
He
no,
goes
when
a
he's a
bang.
teen, his hair's always spiky. At least when he's a kid, it's kind of facing down when he's Super Saiyan, so it goes super up when he goes 2.
Yeah.
But thank God they have the lightning, because the only thing you have to tell 2 most of the time is like, it's sharper a little.
It's better than Goku Super Saiyan 2.
Oh, Goku, you can barely tell. But yeah, it's a little sharper. That's it. Vegeta, you can't even tell if the lightning went there, because there's nothing to go up more.
I do like Super Saiyan 2 Majin Vegeta though. That M just
It
gives
is
it
cool.
a whole freaking vibe. It
Well,
means
and
a fucking
he's-
M.
He's bursting like a friggin' tick, like he's been taking the roids, like with his muscles. So he's like,
That-
I'm gonna pop out of my body! Ah!
That's what I miss about the old game, or like the old Dragon Ball Z, because they're jacked out of their. They're just jacked.
I don't know. Sometimes I like it, but like rewatching the start of it, I really don't like how Nappa looks. He looks so gross when he's just and his veins are just popping out of his head.
I find it hot.
Yeah, no, anti-hot for me. Also, God, man, they gave up on Tails with Saiyans. That's the one thing that's cool about Super Saiyan 4 is they actually brought that back. It's like, right, aren't they supposed to be really tough monkey men? We kind of just made them weird humans at some point because they all lost their tails.
Right now in the manga, they're recapping the fucking Cell movie.
Oh, the superhero? I still haven't seen it. I heard it was good.
I wouldn't
I
say
haven't
it was.
seen it either.
I wouldn't say it was like. It wasn't the Broly movie good.
I mean, what is, though? Like, I thought I was out, and that got me back in.
It was funny though. I did laugh.
I did see, though, that's sick that Gohan uses Special Beam Cannon instead of Kamehameha. I did see that, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. He used the move of his real dad.
Piccolo's just a jacked up Namekian, basically.
I've seen a ton of orange Piccolo shirts while teaching. Like someone will just have it, and I'm like, man, he's bulkier. I didn't realize he was like bulkier.
They made him to he basically becomes a giant too.
Yeah, he looks like one of the alternate reality Namekians at that point.
He looks like a fanfic.
Yes, although I was joking with Humberto, like whenever I saw Beast Gohan, I was like, Gohan Blanco is real.
Now they need El Hermano.
El Hermano.
El Hermano.
With his friggin' head, like his cone head. You know that's a mod for fighters, right? Like someone made that, and you can play as it.
Let me get a voice mod real quick. Let me get a voice here. Let me do the voice.
Yeah.
Let's see which one sounds epic.
Well,
I can just hear Conker talking.
That's Barry.
Oh, never mind. See, I know some surface level stuff, but yeah.
That's his girlfriend.
Barry who? Barry McCockner?
Ah. Bury these nuts in your mouth. Oh.
Buried his nuts. Oh, damn it, he beat me to it.
Got him.
I mean, that was the joke I was making already.
Bienvenidos.
I know.
You
I
guys
just
not
want-
hear me?
I wanted second place, okay?
En el siguiente episodio de Dragon Ball Z, el hermano viene para la venganza de su muerte. El mata de su hermano. That one doesn't sound that good. Let's see this one. Hey. And thank you.
Estoy el fuerte.
I'm gonna smack you with your own damn hammer.
Hermano. No. It's too deep. And hermano. Oh, this is not bad. Karen siente episodio del Tanakampan set. Jin se ha muerto con el golpe de Goku.
¡Ay de mí! ¡El hermano!
El hermano. Jin. Oh. And if that's something cheering.
I hate freaking Berserker Heart or Nobodies.
Yeah, I remember them being real annoying.
Berserkers and Dancers are my least favorite.
I always hated the card fuckers.
Those aren't too bad, not in my opinion. I do love Dragoons, though.
They're super cool.
The Beyblade?
I mean, that too, but... Abram, did you know that Moses parted the Red Sea with the Beyblade?
Yes.
That's one of my favorite things. It's like, you don't know the first thing about the history of bays.
Hold on.
I'm trying to get like an AI or Goku like ending scene. Like, you know, the narrator.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z. Can the Z fighters face off against this new foe?
Hello, Virginia. Are you Super Sans lesbian?
Oh! Carrot cake. You am no real Super Saiyan. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing a mission to MechWarrior 5, then probably heading to bed.
Man,
Yeah, it's
Genie
like-
is such a goated summon in this game.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing like, oh, he has all the forms? Like, that blew my mind as a kid. It's like when I got final form, I'm like, does Genie have a final form now? Yes, he does!
Quite literally the most powerful summon in the game, in my opinion.
So, Thad, I'm about to make a terrible joke. So, you know how the anti-form is you, but like black like a Heartless, right?
Uh-huh.
If Genie had anti-form, would it be Will Smith Genie?
Probably.
Is that his nobody?
No, I think his nobody
Follow
would
my
be
best friend. I will
the thing at
destroy
the
you,
beginning of
Frieza.
2.
Previously. Chapter
Fair
1,
enough,
the
fair enough.
Forest.
What can
Players,
you
fighters do
there
with
is a
Broly
world
returns
will they
deep
make
within
it
an
steep to
unknown
the
wilderness.
dive to
No
heart
walls
giant
stretch to the
equivalent,
horizon,
or whatever it's
carpeted
called.
with great forest trees, and there the bow is scuttling among the foliage of curious
Right, I know what you
popping up
mean.
Now, and among
The weird big
bushes is
scarfed
black hair and dark
nobody
brown eyes
thing.
radiating curiosity
Yeah.
towards the world around him, or perhaps
thing looks
searching for
super
a
cool.
hidden treasure. His
But it's like
golden brown
Darkseid. I'm
skin
like, what is
glistened
it?
in the moonlight. A moment later,
Is it a
love
figment of
called
Sora's
Rust through the
mind?
darkened
Like,
leaves to
why do I have to keep fighting him in intros?
Thor followed shortly, this time with a hint of worry and distress.
Thank God, you're master form already. It's a toss-up what he picks.
Man, that's the only thing is I play a ton of Armored Core 6 like Humberto, but anytime something gets me back into mechs, I start playing all of it. I'm like, I want to play the ones that are like stupid tanks. I want to play the ones that fly super fast.
Sons of bitches. I wish I could just skip through this animation.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, El Hermano will avenge the death of this brother Jaren. Can the fighters take him on?
God. Wait, really?
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
That's why I live and breathe. It wastes so much of your life not having it.
This brother Jaren. Can the fighters take him on?
The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect
Hey,
it.
you. Yeah,
We
you.
may not see it, but we feel it.
It's fun.
We're not in this alone.
Exciting, and whatever the other
Everyone
thing is,
deserves a
because I always
partner
tuned it out.
who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare.
God, that's like, I remember getting one that was like, have you ever wanted to make your own porn website? I'm like, not even once. It's...
Join in on the fun today.
Good on you. Oh, God damn it. There's mechs everywhere! I'll have to show you. There's a really sick mech in Mech Warrior called the Mad Cat, and it has a nose of a B-2 bomber. Looks pretty sweet.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, El Hermano will avenge the death of this brother Jaren. Can the fighters take him on?
I was muted this whole time.
No.
No, no, no,
Did
no!
you hear
Don't get the buildings!
Did you
No!
hear the voice mod at all or no?
On the stream?
No, right now.
Not on you. I'm just hearing you normally.
Oh, okay. I know what the issue. That's why.
Come on, Genie. Let's beat these dancing
Okay, can you hear me?
assholes up.
Yeah, you're still just normal,
Next
though.
time on Dragon Ball Z, El Hermano will avenge the death of this brother Jaren. Can the fighters take him on?
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
That sounded like the
Now
Kai
do
narrator,
that.
though.
Huh?
I'm used to the old one.
Do that again, but deep fake it so it's Alex Jones' voice instead.
Alex Jones. So let me see. Is he the
Say
original-
destroy the child. To the-
Next time on Dragon Ball Super, they turn the friggin' frogs gay.
With chemicals!
I think the one I did was the Ocean dub.
Yeah. Man, that one had a great Vegeta for like when he was a smarmy little scumbag.
Make my voice and
Oh my gosh.
I told Thad about the shit where they would censor like death, where instead of saying I will kill you, he'd be like, I'm going to send you to the next dimension. It's like, what? The funny thing is, people will have no idea what you're talking about, but everybody's heard the Ocean dub because that's where the over 9,000 meme comes from. It's that dub specifically.
It's over 9,000.
Because yeah, that's the one where he says it like this. It's over 9,000. Like in the Funimation one, he says it like it's over 9,000. Yeah. It's a weird thing about Dragon Ball is like the further you get, you're like, man, 9,000 ain't shit.
There's the Latin version one.
Ooh, double score mode.
I think this is even better.
So wait, what would it be in Spanish? Like son más de 9,000 or something? Like
I think they do say 8,000 in that one.
8,000? So like, is that 8,000 or 8,000?
8,000, I think. Though I haven't
8,000.
seen it in a while.
Son más de 8,000. He crushes it. I'm trying to picture a voice that raspy, like saying lines in Spanish. Or it's like,
oh, thank
Kakarot.
I can't even hear anything. I don't think this is gonna work.
Oh man, Genie, let's beat the shit out of Hercules.
Has to be done. Let's see.
God, these AI generators are annoying.
Yeah. I just posted a picture of the Timber Wolf in the chat, which is from BattleTech, and you can see how different their mechs are, because there's no agility to it. It's just this reverse jointed thing, where it's like, it's a reverse joint thing with a bomber cockpit, a bunch of missiles, and just 2 arms that are laser guns. They're just sets of weird pipes. It's like, this thing is not built for melee. Also, man, those Genie effects look great with the frames per second.
Oh, it's amazing.
Like, I know it was end of the gen, but for PS2, this is just amazing looking.
Last time on
Well,
Dragon
technically, this
Ball
was upscaled
Z,
for PS3.
Goku used the Kaioken attack to
That's
defeat
true,
Nappa,
that's
while
true.
Goku tells
But just that they
Vegeta
could
to
even take
him
the
out
base
of this world,
assets
so
and make it look
Vegeta
this good.
decides
It's like
to
when
blow
Tekken
Nappa
5 came
now.
out, and I
Will
remember seeing a
Goku's
review for it, and it's like, PS2 games do not look this good.
Looks like they don't have that narrator.
Yeah, because he's the same guy that voices adult Gohan. Is the, will they be able to defeat the Super Saiyans? Like, I am gonna post. Abram, do you remember the frame where it's when Vegeta does the stupid thing where he points himself and he's like, I am Super Vegeta. And then it shows a frame of him that looks like it was drawn for free. Hold
I
on.
remember that clip, but that's when he gets his arm punched out. Right?
Oh, thank God I beat him. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
hold on. I'm gonna message it to you. Yeah, this friggin' frame. And it's not like it's an in-between smear. They freeze on it for like 10 seconds straight.
Did you send it? Okay.
I just messaged it to you.
I do remember that one.
Like, it's like, I am Super Vegeta. Ah, cool. And that starts to zoom out, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with his ears? What happened to you?
That wasn't an important episode, I think.
Yeah, we gotta save this budget. But like I said, because Naruto, it's like the frame where like it looks like Sasuke's breaking his own neck. That was at least an in-between frame. It's just to convey motion. You can't make that excuse with this one because it just hangs on that shot for 10 seconds zooming out.
What was his name again? Kyle Hubert? Hebert? Or
yeah, it's Kyle, and his last name is spelled Hebert. He also voices Ryu in all the modern games.
Are there only 3 cups in this game?
Yeah, it's not near. It's not near what KH1 was, from what I remember.
It just feels so weird to me that they wouldn't have just put them in the middle and then they space it out with 1 over here and 2 more over there.
Well, because like there's no Titans and there's no Sephiroth there because he's on a different map.
Garden. Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember my uncle showing me that, where he knew I liked FF7, so he was like, check this out. And he walked into, he was already all the way through that cup that Sephiroth shows up in, so the portal opened up, and I'm like, oh man, what's going to come through? And then it just zooms in, he does the wing, and his theme music kicks in, and it's like, oh no! You can't even see his health bar go down, because his health is too big. Estons interius illa vehementi. Advent Children probably has the best version of that still, because the composer that did that, the guy who composed the game did the music for the movie, and the way he described it is, I put an orchestra on stage and had a rock band go at the same time. So it's all the orchestral goodness of One Winged Angel, but there's just a guitarist going crazy and rock and roll drums just going at it in the background. Although that was the version that was in this trailer for Smash Brothers. And I was so glad they used that one. I'm like, this is like the best version!
Oh, man.
I still remember, I'll never forget that split second where, like, 3 different characters flashed through my mind. I never thought they'd add him too, but whenever Goleem got cut, and you just see the frame of, like, the slash, I'm like, Raiden from, like, Metal Gear Rising? Or, like, Virgil from Devil May Cry? Really? And then the theme music kicked in, and I remember texting Tyler. I was like, I'm so happy!
It's okay.
So I did finish that.
Drop. Stop it. Ah! No! I'm getting killed. Sit.
Let's see.
Yeah, screw it. I can stay up till 10. It's fine.
I
Do what I
believe
want.
Marluxia is here.
It's only 10. Fuck it, 12.
I really like that Marluxia is in the room with the Rose.
Dude, so I've never done the final mix, like, absent silhouette fights. I think I tried Larxene's and I got destroyed. Even seeing the concept of Marluxia's when I was a kid, and you only could see them in YouTube videos, it gave me anxiety just looking at it. Like, the whole 100 hits thing. I'm like, oh, I don't like that.
I might be boned against Marluxia until I get once more in second chance.
Yeah.
I need to be in queue for this shit. Fuck this.
Which, because I picked the sword, I won't get until like around level 60 or 80.
Is it 4 Orichalcum pluses you need for Ultima Weapon?
I think 7.
Oh, jeez. Because, like, my Uncle Mike always did that. He'd always 100% these games.
I've only tried 100% one game.
Which one?
2 games. 2 games. The Fractured, or the Stick of Truth.
Ah, yeah.
And Breath of the
So you did the... I love the Canada side quests, and I love that it's 8-bit music when you get there.
That honestly, I think that one's better than a Fractured Butthole.
Was that game good? I wanted to get it, but I never tried it. I played Stick of Truth because it was like an old school fantasy RPG with South Park. I beat that one. I just didn't 100% it. And I picked Wizard, and I love when you just douse them in water and put a car battery to it. It's like, lightning!
I like the Jesus Christ.
Which, they always know... Yeah, I never got him! I never found him. I never found Jesus in that game. But I've seen where he has like 2 M16s or something like that.
I think you had to go to the church.
Yeah, I got the Mongolian Horde summon, though. Sorry, the Mongolian Horde.
What is every time
you want some shitty chicken?
What about when you're tiny and you see your parents having sex in the background?
That deeply, even the implication, that deeply disturbed me. I like that, man, even for a South Park game, it's like, this part's pretty fucked up. You want to play it?
Well, that boss tag just goes up and hits you at the end.
Yup.
Yeah, it does.
I feel bad for Australia when they got the game.
That's when I was.
Marluxia need to come whisper sweet nothings in my ear.
Although that's one of the best. That's one of the best censorship screens I've ever seen, where it shows a koala bear. It has that screen where it's like, unfortunately, due to licensing in the region or whatever, or like censorship standards, enjoy this koala, but it still has the audio of the parents banging or something. But I love that. I love that Cartman's ultimate move is the cursing chip from the movie, and you have to mash. It's like, "Fuck you! Fine! Ah! Shit! God damn it! Motherfucker!" But my favorite part is that you can hear the curses echo in the lightning when he fires it. So you fire this big blast, and you just hear, "Echo! God damn it!"
I want to replay that game.
See, me, I picked really unfortunate games to 100% because no one knows what they are. Like, I 100%ed IGPX for PS2, which was a mech racing game based off a Toonami show nobody watched.
I 100%ed... I can't say 100% Breath of the Wild.
I've 100%ed Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix before on Critical, but I just wanted to do it again.
Yeah. Because, yeah, IGPX... I feel like fighting games don't count because it's just unlocking all the characters. Like, I didn't beat it on every difficulty or whatever, but like there were plenty I just got everybody on.
What about?
It's like between all the versions of Capcom versus SNK2 that I either emulated or bought, I think I had to beat. There's the version of Rugal that kills Akuma and takes his powers. I had to beat that version like 5 times. And he's tough to beat once.
Hey, what about me? I did try Breath or 100% Breath of the Wild.
Okay, yeah, miss me with that. I can't do that with a game that big.
I don't think they're. It's not the type of game you 100% because it's made for multiple playthroughs, but New Vegas, I got like every gun you can get. And that takes some doing.
I have a couple 100 hours on Breath of the Wild. I'm pretty sad though because I don't have that many for Tears of the Kingdom, but I don't really have. I have to play with the walkthrough just so I can have time to play.
Have you engineered any monstrosities in that game? Because that's everything I see about it is, hey, I got physics to do this.
No, but I want to do a crucifixion.
A crucifix gun?
No, like just what everyone's doing with the Koroks. They're just crucifying them.
And all the moves are good in that, but I also love that Butters' final move is Professor Chaos, and it's like the slot machine.
Oh, dude, the Kim Kardashian baby. Did you make it to that far or no?
I don't know. Is that a boss? Because I don't think I ran into that
you
one.
have to find aborted fetus. Kim Kardashian's aborted fetus.
Yeah, the only thing
What
is
the
like
hell?
they always push the envelope, but I was pretty sure there'd be Nazi enemies. I did not expect them to take actual sound footage from the Nuremberg rally or whatever clip that is of Hitler. Das Schutz! Eingeringelt!
Marluxia isn't that hard. I just keep forgetting these puddles he makes kills you instantly, regardless of how many hits you have left.
I like that they made it. Son of a bitch!
Yeah, mama.
I dropped the Scarlet. Hello?
You dropped what?
My Scarlet. My aunt. Oh well. Low key, I'm not even feeling playing these games. Man. I need to sit
That's
down.
a weird That's a weird thing I've noticed. Where it happened to me when I still play it sometimes, but when I set up my Steam Deck, I tried to back up every game I had, and like it used to be, that's all you needed was like I'd spend because when you have limited money, if you buy a game, you have to play it. So I would just play Street Fighter EX constantly, or like whatever I was into at the time. Now I have like this little handheld thing. It has every game I ever had up to the point I was like, God, like 13 or something like that. And just having all those options available, I still play it less than I would have played all the stuff individually when I was a kid. And it's not like a time thing. Like it's just being able to quit instantly.
It's just you don't have the motivation to play no more.
Yeah, it's like, and I do still try to appreciate it, and it is awesome. But like, I realize if I was a kid and I had the option to be like, I'll just quit Tekken 2 right now and go right into Street Fighter EX. There's no disc change. You don't have to have a ceremony to do it. It's like when you're a kid, it's like, man, do I want to replace the disc? I have to get the games out. It's
Nah, but I had more fun playing it.
yeah.
Like Budokai 3, fuck.
Like that's on my Steam Deck. Like I can just instantly like boop.
There's just one thing I couldn't get in that game. And
which one? Which one?
In Budokai 3.
No. What can you get?
Oh, Go Tanks.
I only ever got the Trunks version. I couldn't get the Goten one to go in the shop.
Yeah, the shop one is.
Because I remember when I got the Trunks one, I was like, oh, I saw it in the shop because I would just back out for like days, just being like, where is he? It says he's at the shop.
Yeah, I just never could get it.
Nope, totally get it. But yeah, I only got one, and I felt lucky that I got it.
They made it easier.
But yeah. Infinite World, that's part of why I got that, because that's the weird not Budokai 3 they made after with extra stuff, and that one it was way easier to get them.
I saw that game for sale. No, not Infinite World, it was Saga.
You might get that if it's on sale, because that game sells for obnoxious amounts. Like, I still have my disc copy, because I got it when it came out, because that's just how I consumed games back then. But it can go for, like, a lot of money now, because nobody bought it, because it was 2008.
I saw it in a pawn shop.
Although you might not, because that game has one of the hardest story modes they ever put in those games. Like, it will kick your ass for no reason.
Fuck.
But I remember renting it, and I'm like, oh, it has Super Baby and Super 17. I have to buy it.
I remember when I figured out how to play like on Budokai, I figured out how to get Super Saiyan 4.
Yep,
oh
that's such a good moment where you play the mission and you're like, oh yeah, because I remember looking for it because I'm like, he's in the opening. I know he's in the game. It was like I'd never seen it. Also, I had never seen the Broly movies before that point. So when he showed up, I'm like, who is that? He's huge.
Oh my god.
But yeah, there's that. I don't know if you had the same experience because I think you said you mostly played 3, but Tenkaichi 2, I got every single thing, but I couldn't get friggin' Grandpa Gohan. I still don't know how you're supposed to unlock him in that.
I only played 1, and that's because my cousin had it.
1 is real slow compared to 3 is amazing. I know everyone emulates that game, but I still have my PS2 copy, and 3 is just great. It's like the best arena fighter, or one of them I've ever played. Next to the Gundam one on PS4, like Gundam Versus, it's probably the best Gundam game you can get now. And they won't release it on PC!
Well, they will never release the original... Fuck. They will never release the original Budokai 3 because of the copyright issues.
So they did on PS3, but they replaced the music.
That's what I'm
with
saying.
Like just... Yeah, which...
It's not the same.
It's like, I'll just emulate it. Yeah. Like, because, yeah, like, it's hard to overstate where it's like that particular kind of blues rock. Like, I've talked to Alex about it because he's a big fan of the guys that the Budokai 3 composer listened to get his style. Like, the band Kansas that did Carry On My Wayward Son. Like, it introduced me to that style of music. I remember hearing the organs in it, and I'm like, this is like that song I played in Guitar Hero 2.
Oh, I kind of want to play Guitar Hero now. Son of a bitch!
I threw out my controllers because I had a phase where I specifically quit Guitar Hero for a while because I tried playing 1 in Guitar Hero 3 and I failed it. And I'm like, I can play this song in real life all the way through. I give up.
You know what's funny? I'm so much better in Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
In real life. If I had to put the same effort on that...
The moment that my real skill like went over it and I could fail at the game but succeed on the real thing, I'm like, I can't do this. And then I got over myself, like, because Rock Band came back and there were a couple conventions it was at and it was fun. Like, I love playing it now, but because of that phase, I'm like, this is too much room. I'm getting rid of all these controllers. The only thing I still have is my Rock Band mic for the Wii, because I'm like, I can keep it as a glorified karaoke game.
Damn it.
Jeez, Valentina, my dog farted.
Man, I need to see if I can actually emulate any of those games and like plug the USB mic in and see if it works. That might be worth looking into.
I recommend Rocksmith if you can get that.
Yeah, I've seen so much about that because you can actually learn stuff with it because it's plug your guitar in.
You should go. You should get some VR and play Beat Saber. Beat Saber is outrageously amazing.
If I get it, I've played it. It is great. The only thing is, like, it has the problem all rhythm games have that have fan-made content, where you're either like, this is a really well-made song, or, Jesus, you made this just to be difficult. Why did you do that? This would be a fun song if you made it fun.
When you play the game enough, the hard songs become the fun songs.
Right. But you know what I mean, where it's like, people picking, like, bastard directions to go in. Like, not the rhythm. The rhythm's always fun. But the way people construct it, it's like, you made this to be annoying. Like,
oh, well, yeah, I see what you mean.
Those ones, because you're right. Like, once you're good at it, you want something that like pushes you.
I'm still. You can mod Rocksmith to where you can play like user generated songs.
Yeah, I'll have to give that a shot someday, because like most of me playing guitar is just listening to stuff by ear.
Oh yeah.
And like trying to learn it. In fact,
so I've got
my
some
acoustic right here.
I've got some
that is out of
videos
tune.
here
I'm live
of me
streaming.
playing. This is me playing some One Piece songs on Beat Saber. What I did do Backlight, Top Musica, and Wake Up. Some good old streamable links.
You know what's funny? I was gonna ask you to play that song. I'm guessing you're watching it again.
Yeah.
You're still going in it. Let me see your first one. This song brings nostalgia. Which one is this one? Is this the Dressrosa one?
No, that's from the newest movie with Uta, the Red.
Oh, really?
Should be. Those should be, all be Uta songs. When hold on.
This was, no, well, the intro looked like it was. It felt like it though.
Which one?
The Wake Up. It might be the Uda, but it gave me. It felt like it was like a old, like an older.
Oh yeah, no, that is an intro song.
Okay.
Wake Up. My bad.
I still haven't seen the movie.
I haven't watched it either. It's hard for me to want to since it's technically non-canon.
No, it is canon.
No, it's not.
Oda didn't say it was canon?
It's not canon. None of the movies are. This one just it's about as canon as One Piece Gold.
Is it now? Satan.
Oh, here's Mr. Triforce Sniper.
Yeah, and if it was here, is Mr. 2001 is going strong.
You're so 2008. Well, you're so 2000 and late.
I'm talking to you. I'm talking about Abel streaming his fucking TV. What's up? Yeah. Carl and Ethan are not here today.
I couldn't find my what's it called? I couldn't find my capture card.
You want to just go ahead and pull that one out, and I'll get the next one behind it. It's called Stream It from Your Computer with Emulator, bro.
No.
Yes, because you have the rights. You own a copy of the game.
I'm playing.
Yeah, if you own the game, it's not illegal to emulate it.
I know, but I wanted to play it on a CRT.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I see plenty of people put on streams of games that they air quote totally legitimately own.
Oh, I will pirate to the day I die.
Well, that's like the one
so
I
you
always
just said it
thought.
on video.
The one I always the one I always thought was like there's no room for debate is arcade games, because unless they re-release them, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy an arcade machine of Alien vs Predator from like '94 or whatever shit, so I can play a good beat 'em up. No.
The Chris Hansen version.
What?
Yeah, no. Sadly, no. There's no point where a xenomorph shows up and you hear like a garbled audio clip of, so why don't you take a seat? Chris Hansen.
Peter Christian.
Came looking for booty. I wanted old man.
Listen,
booty.
listen. I like you, and I like you, and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way or the hard way. So The choice is yours.
Oh, the hard way it is.
See,
All right, I can see we're gonna do this the hard way.
Oh,
Booty warrior!
This is
I am
the
a booty
hard
warrior!
way.
Oh god! I didn't even know who R. Kelly was, but I stumbled across that clip way too early as a kid, where someone had put that to they put like that to Dragon Ball footage. They made the lip flaps match of the whole like rant of like, why R. Kelly, huh? Now every Negro in the country gonna be scared to pee.
See that?
It was a little Riley. It was a little girl. I get out of the way. I'm 10 years old.
God, that episode pissed me off. Because everybody
when the Adam West lawyer just like uses his lawyer magic at the end. This is because my client is black. I love. Is it Riley or like who's the one with the afro? I forget because it's been.
It's Huey.
It's Huey. Is it Huey that gets up and he's like, "Listen, is there systemic oppression? Of course there is. That don't mean never. Where is Martin Luther King?" I love that joke so much.
He started.
God, I hate anti-form.
Why? Is it that it randomly procs and it just like it's a bad form that can't heal?
You can't do reaction
Forget
commands.
that. You guys remember? Have you guys ever seen the clip of the beginning of the Nigga Moment episode? And they start.
Oh yeah.